Around 2 years ago, I started getting the output. I get a message from someone saying, yo, like, Yahoo, Daredo-chan. Choto tsuwa shioka. Like, hey, Jared-chan, you wanna call? I was like, all right, sure. There's this thing. Hello Talk is used as like a dating platform for some people, which I didn't know at the time, which is crazy. So anyways, I hop on this call and I notice like the profile pictures like this young Japanese woman in her 20s, whatever. So I pick up the phone and raspy, deep, husky, old voice. Dude, this woman sounded, it might have been a man with a voice changer. I don't know, there was something off about it. Sounded like they were in their 70s, like very distinctly, you can just tell. So that was my first red flag. And I was like, oh, like, you know, maybe she's sick, maybe there's like something up with her throat, maybe, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna judge, I'm not gonna ask about it, right? That's rude. So I just kept on with the conversation, you know, and it was good. Like, I got some good output, you know. We didn't use any English at all, which made me think that she was using like a translator, which actually happens quite a bit on Hello Talk. I found out is that some people use Google Translate to like speak English. And then when you hop on a call, it just immediately goes to Japanese. And I'm like, wait, you were just talking to me in English? Yeah, we had like a decent conversation. It was relatively normal. Legit, every time I ask what dating app they use, they always say hello talk. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. The first call goes normal. We hang up. And then like I go to sleep. And I wake up to 60 notifications. I'm like, dang, I must have made a lot of friends on Hello Talk. Because like I got people hitting up my DMs. So I open up Hello Talk. And I see 60 messages from one person. And yes, it is that same woman. I hop in there, I open the chat, and like, I don't know if she forgot that there's like Jisa, right? Like time zone differences, but like, she's like, hey, you want to call? Like the first few messages like, hey, like I had fun calling, you know, you want to call again? Should we talk soon? And then like a few hours passed and I was sleeping at this point and she was like, hey, why aren't you returning my messages? Did I do something wrong? Why are you ignoring me? Hey, please give me attention. And it just went on like this for like another 40 messages, right? And I was like, this is like weird. You know, I hadn't interacted with a ton of Japanese people at this point. I knew this wasn't like normal, but I was like, I mean, maybe there's something off here, like mentally, or like maybe, you know, I don't want to like make this worse. Should I try talking to them again? Like, I don't know. So I just humored it. I don't know why. Huge mistake, by the way. We hopped on another call and it went similar to the first one, but a little more like creepy. She was asking like, you know, like where do you live? Like, and the first time she asked, you know, where I lived, I was like, oh, you know, in America, right? Ha. She's like, yeah, like, what state do you live in? Like, have you moved around in cities? And I was like, wow, this is getting really specific. And then she's like, what's like your optimal woman? Like, what do you like in a woman? I was like, hold on, like, why? How does this make for like a good language exchange? Like, what are you trying to find out exactly? So at that point I was like, okay, she's like up to something. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like I have to go. I have some stuff tonight. I was in college at the time. So I was like, hey, like, you know, I got homework, I got finals, but we'll talk again soon. So I hang up and get her off my screen, gone. And that was great. Didn't hear from her for a little bit, and I was talking to other people on Hello Talk, and that was great. Like, it was going good. Normal people, right? You know, I was even hopping in some like Hello Talk live streams and talking to people. And then one of the people I was talking to, you know, he was like, hey, do you know, okay, we're just gonna call like the stalker, we're just gonna call them S-san, right? S for stalker. He was like, hey, do you know someone under the name of S-san? And I was like, wow, that's weird. Yeah, why? And then he was like, yeah, she like messaged me asking about you, like just asking like why you blocked her. And I was like, what? Wait, I was like, what? And this was in Japanese, right? So basically I did the writing equivalent, like, moichido onegaishimasu. I was like, one more time, please. Like, I was like, is my Japanese bad? Like, did I actually just misinterpret that? He rephrased it more simply. I was like, dude, what? How did this woman know? So I did some Googling, and I think at the time, I don't know if this is still the case, but you can pay for like VIP Hello Talk, and you can literally like see this like social tree, or at least you can figure out like who your contacts are talking to. You can find mutuals. And so through that, after I blocked her, she was able to find a way to see who I was talking to and reach out to those people to check on me. Like, actually, that was crazy. That in that moment, I decided to delete Hello Talk and never use it again. So I reached out. I made like 5 or 6 really good friends at that time. So I just was like, hey guys, listen, this is gonna sound weird, but like I have a stalker. You know, some of them had been reached out to by her, so it was easy for them to believe me, but others were, you know, were like, yeah, like I really like you, Jared, but like this is kind of weird. I'm sorry, I don't want to get involved with this. And I was like, oh, that's fine. But the others who did, like, I made really good friends, and I was like, I want to keep talking to you guys. So I was like, hey, do you guys use Line or Instagram? I swear I'm not trying to nampa you. I'm not trying to hit on you. You know, you're a guy, I'm a guy. 3 out of the 6 were like, yeah, you know, let's go move over and talk on Insta. That's fine. And I even met up with one of the dudes in real life. You know, we got some like Yutan and stuff. It was really fun. But yeah, I haven't re-downloaded Hello Talk ever since then. And no flame, no shade towards anyone who uses Hello Talk. I just unfortunately had a very interesting first experience with it. But yeah, that's my little stalking story.